Hello everyone, and welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. Today we are talking about the topic of gratitude is life-changing, and we're hosting the space with Success Minded. So looking forward to an amazing discussion. Okay, I am going to load up the space. First of all, adding Living with Gratitude, the show, adding the link to the community, and of course our sponsors. Hey, Richard is here. Warm welcome to Richard, a regular in the tribe. And here is Success Minded. Let me get you set up. All right, just sent you. Yep, you should be able to connect in a second. How are you, Success Minded?
I'm good. How has your week been?
Oh, it's actually flown by. I can't believe it's already Thursday, but it's all good. And how's your week?
Same here. Like I didn't even know today was Thursday.
I know some weeks are like that, and today was definitely one of those weeks. Wow. Well, we are here, and it's going to be an amazing chat. Oh, Success Minded, did you have anything that you wanted me to add to the nest?
Not today. Like I haven't posted about gratitude in a while, so it'll be a long scroll.
Okay.
I don't want to do that right now.
All right, sure. All right, so we just have some basics up in the nest then today, and what I'll do is, so I've posted up in the nest. Just do the welcome post to everybody in the space. Welcome to everyone. All right, that's done. The chat is live. Yay. Always a good thing. All right, so the next thing to do, hey everyone, welcome. I see everybody settling into the space. Now would be a great time to tweet out the space and share it that we are live in the tribe. I'm just going to do that myself. Join us. Live in the space. Talking all things gratitude. All right. Appreciate it, everybody. If you can also tweet that out and share it with everyone. Hey, great to see everyone joining in the space, and what an amazing topic. Okay, while we're gathering in the space and setting up, just pointing everybody up to the nest, the dots above the space that you can scroll back and forth. And on the far right, we actually have the YouTube show, Living with Gratitude. So guys, you can check that out. It's under 10 minutes. There's also on my YouTube channel, also love you to subscribe and support that. But on the YouTube channel, there's also a gratitude meditation and gratitude affirmations if you'd like to add to that. And then there's also the community link. So you can check the community link out and join this amazing community that is just growing and thriving. And then also thank you to Wordsmith Pakistan, our sponsors for the show. And if you need some content development, check them out, as all their information is in the nest. Okay, success minded. Shall we make a start on this show?
Let's do this. Enough people are here. We can begin, I guess.
Yes, I was just thinking that. Absolutely. And hey, warm welcome to Isabella, one of our previous guests, is here. Actually, she's been on the show many, many times in the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Warm welcome to Isabella, and love to hear your contribution and thoughts very soon as we get the party started. All right, so let's do our official start to this show. So, warm welcome everyone in the Positivity Vibe Tribe. I'm Indra Bartona, producer in the film industry, TV host, and founder of the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Originally, I'm from Australia, lived in London for several years, and now based in Los Angeles. A little bit of background on the Positivity Vibe Tribe. I started my YouTube channel last year in June with a positive vibe lifestyle theme, and it became my personal brand. So, Positivity Vibe Tribe Twitter Spaces is a natural evolution to bridge the gap between all social media platforms. Today, I am joined by Success Minded. This is part of our Thursday series where the Positivity Vibe Tribe joins forces with Success Minded. Our mission of supporting and growing community is perfectly aligned, plus the essence of our content works in harmony. Success Minded is a 22-year-old writer and motivator. His goal is to uplift and inspire people to become the best versions of themselves. He has grown his community to over 580,000 members over a span of just over 2 years by writing unique content and motivating people. He's a lifelong learner and is always looking to grow himself mentally, physically, and intellectually. And while he grows, he makes sure to take his community on the path of growth as well. So, on that note, warm welcome to Success Minded.
Thank you so much, Indra. It's so great to do this every Wednesday. Get the community together, talk to people, uh, and excited for today's space too. And the gratitude has been life changing for me, even. So I'm excited to talk about it, share my story, share my thoughts about it. And yeah, let's see how this goes.
All right, love the enthusiasm. Absolutely. And so today we are talking about the aspect of gratitude and how it really is life-changing for many of us. I know that we've covered off, many times this topic of gratitude, but I almost feel as if gratitude is an attitude that we can never ever have enough of. And so today we're going to be exploring this, and we're also going to welcome people up a little bit later after Success Minded and I get a chance to have a conversation about this. So I'm thinking about a great place to start, and that would be I want to ask you, Success Minded, when do you think you became aware of the value of gratitude in your life?
Growing up, uh, it's a part of our culture basically to be grateful to our to everything basically to for whatever we have because I didn't come from a very rich family, so it was always taught to us to uh, be grateful for whatever we have. Whenever I would see children, other children in my school, in my class, they have uh, expensive things, toys, I don't know, expensive clothes. We were always taught to never envy those people. Like, be grateful, be in peace with whatever you have. Don't envy those. Right? Don't worry that they having expensive toys makes them any better. Just be thankful for whatever your parents have been able to give you, whatever you're born with. But that is something uh, that is a realization that eluded me for a long time. I didn't realize it until I was probably in my late teens, when I heard this message from all around. That's when my self improvement journey started. So I started looking into more books, more YouTube videos on the topic, more articles. And when it was only when I was getting the same message about being grateful from all these different sources, it's then when I sat down, realized, and started implementing gratitude into my life. So it was around those late teen years that I first started incorporating gratitude bit by bit. Initially it was hard because for the first 17, 18 years of your life, you haven't done anything like it. So in the beginning, it was quite hard, just to get your mind around it. But once that's the beautiful thing about gratitude. Once you start doing it, once you start being grateful for small things, bit by bit, your brain automatically trains itself to be grateful for everything. You see, the whole attitude on your mind completely changes from one of chasing the next shiny object, or wanting the next big thing, next shiny thing, to something of let's just be you know mindful for what we have. Let's just be grateful for what we have, and make the best out of what we have. And in those moments that you realize that you actually have everything you need, you don't need anything else, you don't need more. You already have what you need to grow as a person, to even succeed as a person. So yeah, my gratitude journey first started in my late teens, and yeah, it's I've been gradually uh, being more and more grateful as the years progress, and I hopefully there will be a time when I will be fully grateful for everything, because still until now you'd find me complain about things I shouldn't be complaining about. So that's a practice, that's a work in progress for me. But I would like to hear your story, Indra. Where did you start and where you at currently?
Well, I think it was similar to yours, about the awareness growing up. From my parents, that this awareness of, you know we should be grateful for so many things, we have so much. And so we always practice grace with our having dinner, right, in our evening meal growing up. And so, just being grateful for the food in front of us, that was like an awareness that I always had. And the thing is that when you're a younger child, I feel like it's a intellectual awareness, so okay, I need to be aware of this. But it's not always like, so how do you bring it into your heart, so that's another level, and we can explore that a bit later. It's only as you um, grow and you mature that you're able to convert uh, that gratitude into something that is an emotion. I think one of my earliest memories of gratitude as I was learning, I was trying to think, it was probably about 6 or 7. And what would happen is on the weekends, my parents would take these baskets of food, of fruit, of vegetables, of various, maybe some meals that my Mum had prepared to different people. And I remember that there was this family that we are friends with even to this day. And I remember there was two small children around the same age as myself and my sister, and there was this lovely couple. And I remember the children would get excited when we'd come to the door, and there would be these baskets of all these food and all these beautiful things that my parents would prepare and drop them off. And I remember once as we're walking back to the car, I asked my parents, I said, why do we do this every, Saturday morning? Like, what is this about? And because I just couldn't believe how the look in their eyes, the parents, the kids, it was this, like, it was Christmas, and that's when, I remember my parents were talking to me about, well, you should be very grateful because, we always have enough, but not everybody's in that situation. And I said, well, the kids just jumping up and down at the door, and it's like they say, the baskets are here, and this kind of excitement. And I was trying to process it, I guess. And the thing was, they said, well, they're excited because they're so grateful that we're bringing, all this food that we prepared, the fresh fruit, all these things. So, and of course there'd always be treats in there. My mother would bake these beautiful cookies and things. So, and also Indian sweets as well she'd bring. So the family were very, very excited about this. And that's when I first started to really process, like, that it makes people so happy. And I remember that even now today, this vision of this family. And it's just incredible because the sons are, they're one's an attorney, one's a VP at a bank in Australia. I mean, like, these people are lifelong friends of ours. But it was about understanding that, that we have so much that we are able to share with others, and to be grateful for all that we have. Even though we might not be, I was kind of thinking as we went back to the car, well, it's not a flashy car, and more questions obviously evolved from me when I was younger about that. But that was my earliest memory, success minded.
I the something you said I completely related with it. About your dad saying that we have enough. Some people may not. That is something that goes on in my household even today. Because our family, our rest of the family, extended family in the village, they're not actually doing pretty well financially because of the resources that are available in resources and facilities, infrastructure that is in the villages. But we in the city, we are doing quite well. We always have food on our table. We have uh, running electricity, water every day. So my dad always, from my very early years, used to tell me this. Be grateful for whatever you have right now. And it was only after I visited, because people in the villages, even if they lack something, they won't show it to you. Like, they won't show you their uh, misfortunes. They would always show you the fun that they're having. And it's amazing how with little resources you can enjoy life. And it was only after a few visits to the village as a grown up that I realized, oh, like, these people, they are so happy. My family in the village, they're so happy, yet they don't even have running electricity 24 hours. Sometimes there's floods. Sometimes there is no water, right, because there is no rain for a long time. But how are they so happy? Like they don't even have money to 12 months of the year. And it was only after spending a few weeks with them that I realized, oh no, it is because they're happy with whatever they have. You see kids, they don't. When I was younger, they didn't even have money to buy toys that I was playing with, plastic toys. So they would make toys of their own with uh, broken tires, with sticks and whatnot. I know cricket is a big sport in India, but what do you do when you don't have money to buy bats and balls? You make a bat out of a wood. You create a ball out of whatever junk material you can find around, like plastic bags, rubber bands, and everything. And I would see these kids playing. I would see these adults being happy with whatever they can grow in their fields during the agriculture season. And it's it's that realization that I came that brought gratitude into my life, that introduced me to this concept of being happy with whatever you have, being happy with less, and that I started reflecting upon my own life. Like, oh, I look at my friends who have so much more than me, yet I I just visited someone who has so much less than me, and they're still happy. How is that? And I started exploring gratitude. I started exploring the my life, the facets of my life I should be happy about. And right now I don't even care what other people have, because I'm so happy with whatever I have. I'm doing pretty well myself. I have a good enough income stream. Like I have food on my table every day. I have a house to live in. And once you do that, once you be grateful, it also provides a base for you to grow, to become better than what you are right now, right? It's unless you create this mindset of gratitude, you cannot create a base on which you can improve yourself and grow, become better. So yeah, that's it's also like being grateful also started my way to improving myself, to self improvement. First improving myself, and then eventually to writing about self improvement on Twitter, on my blog that I don't have, that I'm currently building again. So yeah, gratitude is important. Yeah, back to you, Indra.
Um, yeah, absolutely. I was listening to everything that you said, success minded, and I just want to actually grab that point about once you have the gratitude piece and you really embrace that, you're able to build on that foundation. I think that's really powerful on so many different levels because it's about sustaining gratitude. And gratitude doesn't have to be this big elaborate thing. I mean, it certainly can be something that I feel like it should be a daily practice. And I have a hint about how I incorporate gratitude. And actually, it's in my very first video, Good Morning Vibes. If anybody's interested in a hint that's going to save you time because you're just so busy in life and you want to figure out a way to incorporate it at a time when you're not necessarily maybe using your mind so much. So, if anybody likes that cryptic idea, go to my YouTube channel, and there is a link up in the nest and also on my profile, and where you can check that out. Because I think the thing is, sometimes we intellectualize and with ourselves, and we understand that an attitude of gratitude is important, but also when are we going to do it? I mean, it doesn't take that long. And for anybody that also journals, you can just throw in. at the beginning of your journaling, whether it's in the morning or the evening, just, okay, I'm going to write down two major things I feel in my heart grateful for, just to kind of bring that into visibility for yourself. When you write things down, it can be more powerful. And, really just take a moment. The thing is, sometimes we don't give ourselves enough time to just take a deep breath and sit with ourselves and breathe in, all the gratitude that we have in our lives, all the things that we can be grateful for, because we're in this technological kind of, age where everything is just so instant, everything is click, everything is go. And I almost feel like we miss opportunities when we don't take a moment to do these things. And it could be, we've rushed out the door, and, we're driving wherever, sitting at a light. You can just take a moment and take a deep breath in and out and think about, what are the things I'm deeply grateful for? And a lot of the things, a lot of the time, it goes beyond our material world. It extends to the people that we have in our life, the blessings that we have that go beyond, this laptop, or, this whatever it is, right? This phone that I'm looking at. It's more about, the love that we have around us, the family, the friends. It goes to a whole nother level if we can really connect to those things. It's it's kind of like that when we're growing up, we're looking around and thinking, oh, well, like, I remember traveling with my family when I was very young. I was thinking, like, it must have been 4 or 5, and my parents would always take us to villages and places, like even if we traveled to Thailand, to meet the local people, not just sitting at the hotel. Sorry, Success Minded, you wanted to chime in.
No, no, you can continue with the story. I have something. I'll add
Oh,
later.
oh, okay. I thought you wanted to jump in, like, right there. But so the story is basically, this is a quick one. But so, when on vacation, I remember there was an instance in Thailand, where, it's just, you're at the beautiful resort and everything, and then when you travel inwards a little bit, it's not so much like the hotel. It's not glossy. And I remember, we were meeting the villagers there, and meeting the little children that really just had nothing. And they were playing, like, with cans, and just kind of kicking them around and making a game out of it. And they made, like, this obstacle course thing. And so, yeah, I was lucky that my parents allowed us to play with them. But I remember the joy always in their eyes. And they had nothing. They didn't even have a ball. And I mean, we were allowed to take off our shoes and play with them, and just have fun. And it's just incredible how it really is a choice. Gratitude is a choice. It's a choice that you decide to bring into your heart for everything you have. Over to you.
Yeah, the one thing you mentioned about not being grateful and materialism is, there's something uh, I was basically thinking about a few days ago. In fact, that it's so easy to be grateful in today's world. It's so easy to lose focus. You know, to focus on the next shiny thing. And I think to a certain degree, consumerism is a part of it, because in places where I've seen where mass media doesn't reach, people are much more happy, much more grateful for what they have. It's people like us who are constantly exposed to these ads, these consumer products, that we tend to lose focus in as to what's important in life. Like, we see these ads and think, oh, I need to have that. Like, I need to have that new product. And think that all life is about material things. Like, I need to have the new iPhone. I need to uh, go to the nearest McDonald's that opens in my area. I don't know about America. I've had McDonald's everywhere, but we still don't have McDonald's here. What that's not my point. But what I'm trying to say is, I got tried a new recipe that this restaurant is offering, and although it's good to taste food, but you shouldn't base your life around chasing these material consumer things. Right? You should. There are important things in life outside of just the material comforts. I mean, you shouldn't chase the next shiny thing, which is not to say that you shouldn't have ambition. I'm all for ambition. I'm not saying you shouldn't have ambition. It's good to have goals and ambition, but it's what I'm saying is you shouldn't have the shiny object syndrome. You shouldn't chase the next latest thing, right? And material things only go so far. Most of happiness in life comes from things that are not non-material, things that are spiritual, things that are for your soul, that touch your soul. I mean, really ask yourself, can you live without the next latest phone that's out there? Of course you can. But can you live without peace of mind? I don't think so. Gratitude brings you that peace of mind that you constantly lack with all these media ads that are splashed, that are thrown at your face for you to watch, that grab your attention by the neck and demand you be there. Yeah, being grateful for your current position, for your current situation in life. That's how you basically move past the consumerist society that we live in today. The the corporates are still going to throw ads at you. But if you are grateful, if you are happy who you are, no person can make you insecure or sad about not having the latest new thing. Yeah, that's what I wanted to add. Back to you, Indra.
Absolutely agree with all of that. And I feel like the next piece where I want to move towards is actually looking at some of these benefits of gratitude. And I mean, I think it's underestimated. I remember I was reading a couple of weeks ago an article about that science actually backs gratitude, and that they've done so many different studies, and that overall, if people can get on board with practicing gratitude, like daily, weekly, it actually can increase, and I can't remember the exact percentage, but it actually increases your overall optimism. Now that's a huge thing, because looking for the silver lining in a situation, as opposed to thinking, oh, okay, well, um, my glass is half full, instead of, wow, I have a full glass of water, or wow, it's half full. Wow, this is incredible. I mean, that's just a moment in time where, we can lose sight of what we actually have in a moment, instead of looking at lack, where we can focus on all that we have. The simplicity of, looking at a glass of water, but really that's what gratitude is. It's about being able to look for the silver lining in every situation, for just, okay, even in this moment right here that we're all sitting here, to be able to look around the room and think, wow, this is an incredible moment. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm so grateful to be in this amazing company of everybody here, to be having this conversation with you, success minded. All these people are of like minds in this space. What an incredible, grateful moment this is, for all of us. and I think I speak for all of us, that we're here. So this is incredible. So I'd love to hear, and let's take this kind of this journey on for this next part on the benefits that we can look forward to. And it's probably a great time to start to invite people up. So love everybody to come up here and share in your thoughts on gratitude as it's being just so life changing, and share your thoughts on it. Over to you, Success Minded.
I know it's a coincidence that you put the direction of the conversation here, because like literally the next thing in my notes was the benefits of gratitude. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about was, gratitude has this incredible power of shifting your mindset to a mindset of abundance. And for those of you who don't know, a mindset of abundance is there's already enough of what you have. There's no lack of anything. There's no scarcity of anything. Yeah, there might be a uneven distribution, but what you want is already out there. Uh, if it's money, money is already out there, and you know it is out there. If it's love, the love you desire in your life, that's already out there. You don't have to create love in your hearts for people. It's already out there. You just have to tap into it, right? If you're a creator, and being a creator is all about having new ideas, coming up with new ideas. You don't have to come up with new ideas. This is a powerful concept I took up from the book that I'm currently reading called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. She's a writer, and her theory about creativity is already out there. Ideas are already out there. They just find people that are suitable for that idea, right? And to understand the concept, of course, I recommend you to read the book Big Magic. But what I'm trying to say is the idea is already out there. If you go hard searching for that idea, eventually you're gonna find it, right? And also, if you position yourself at a place, if you position yourself in a place of happiness, gratitude, positivity, the idea will actually find you. With gratitude, you come to a position where you actually attract things, whether it be money, whether it be love, whether it be ideas, you name it, whatever you want. There's enough of it in the world. And if you go chasing after it, strangely, you keep chasing after it forever. You cannot find it. But once you become stationary, stay where you are, accept, like, love where you are, and stay there by either by random chance of luck, or by the laws of the universe, what you want eventually finds you there, which is crazy. I mean, if you if you're not if you're skeptical about it, I really recommend you read the book The Secret, and also the book I recommended, Big Magic, and other books like Think and Grow Rich, and understand this concept about being happy where you are, being grateful for whatever you have. And you would understand that you don't need to be chasing anything. You just need to position yourself to attract things. That's the most important thing to me. Another benefit of gratitude that I find is it simply makes you happy with the simple things you have. You don't need, as I said earlier, you don't need the next shiny thing. You can be happy where you are, right? Whatever you have, however you have it. It gives you the peace of mind that you that let's be honest, we all want peace of mind. Nobody here wants to be stressed out all the time. We want the peace of mind, and that peace of mind isn't in a secluded beach outside of the city. I mean, yes, you can find it there, but if you're stressed out even there, if you're not grateful for being there, you won't even find it in the secluded beach. You'll still be stressed out there. And if you're grateful, you don't even need to go to the beach. You can find it right here inside your office, inside your home. It it makes you happy where you are. Indra, do you have any more benefits you want to add?
Well, I just wanted to tap into something that you mentioned, Success Minded, about uh, the the feeling of gratitude. And I think the thing is, we can choose. Like it's all about our mindset, and choosing to be grateful is a choice, and it's actually an opportunity to connect to ourselves, right? To open your heart on a spiritual level, and to breathe in all of this goodness that is in the world, like right in the moment. Like take any moment and be grateful, and just realize like all you have, like your family, your friends, the roof over your head. I even think sometimes, when we're having a difficult run, when there's something that's going on and you think, oh, okay, this is a challenging moment in my life. Sometimes if you start with the smallest thing, like you're holding onto a warm cup of coffee, and then you build, because look, we all have moments where we've had, things happen in life, and we're just trying to find something, right? And to build on. Start with the smallest things and then work your way up. Just, you could have a delicious breakfast, wherever you are in the world, a delicious meal, and just build on those things and be thankful for your health, for, just looking within yourself. I have this strong, healthy body. I am so thankful for this. And I mean, I really love the idea of even just kind of saying to myself sometimes all the things that I'm grateful for. And again, if anybody's interested, you can head over to my YouTube, and there are gratitude affirmations, and there's also a gratitude meditation to get you into the mood if you find, because we all experience this, where we're sort of in that funky place that we logically know all the things that we're grateful for. We may even be able to write them out. But there are moments in life where we are having this kind of struggle to bridge the gap between the emotional of our heart and what we really do realize that we should be grateful for. So those are the things that I think are helpful, to do some affirmations that are very specific, like the guided affirmations on gratitude, and also to sit in, an under 10-minute meditation that will take you and help you to transform that gap. Over to you, Success Minded, and then we're going to welcome up some speakers.
The reason why there's a reason why I love doing this space with you. I mean, you compliment me so well. Like literally had this written in my notes about the thing about seeing the thing you said about being open, and it's a part of the abundance mindset, right? In a scarcity mindset, which is of course completely natural. In a scarcity mindset, you save everything you have, you conserve everything, you become closed down. You don't want to share anything you have. Like you just want to take, and save. You don't want to do anything with it. Like whether it be spiritually, spiritually. I mean, emotionally, emotionally you close down. You just take love and don't return it back. But whether it be in terms of monetarily, you take money and you don't spend it, basically, or even with something else, right? It's a it's a negative mindset in the sense that you cannot grow that way, right? If you're, let's say, if you're it's about information, if you're hoarding information, you're doing nobody any good. It's wasted information. it, Information, unless you share it, it's of no use. And share it, and even in the sense of your actions, like put it to use, like put it out there. That's what the abundance mindset is. Like it's what you have is more of it is already out there, and to get there, you open yourself up, open your heart, open your minds, open yourself to accept, and also open yourself to give. that is a very powerful thing right there. And you know I believe everybody uh, should come to that abundance mindset. And to come to it, of course, gratitude is the only way that I know. uh, Back to you, Indra.
Yeah, really nicely said, success minded. I think it's definitely. I'm always thinking the same thing about you when you add things on. I can see why this is such a match made in heaven on so many levels. Thank you for saying that. I want to invite Isabella from Nutritious Minds uh, up to share. I know you were sitting there patiently, and uh, I know that you have a lot to say on this. So, warm welcome, as always, to the Positivity Vibe Tribe, Isabella.
Hi, Indra, and hi, everyone in Successful Mind. It's been really a pleasure to listen to both of you. You've covered so many great things in regards to gratitude. And obviously, I don't want to repeat what you've just said. I would like just to maybe pick up on a few points and add a little bit of something that I've experienced that might just bring and add some value to the conversation and to people who are listening. Um, I love what you said, actually, Indra, about looking for a silver lining. This is a very important part of gratitude. You covered both brilliantly the aspects of being grateful for what you have, which is very important. It is the feeling of appreciation, acceptance, not settling down for less that you can have, but appreciating what you've got. Because if you appreciate and you are grateful for what you have, you can definitely attract more into your life, things that you will be even more grateful for. So obviously that has a powerful reaction, let's put it this way, or just it is literally law. What you put out, it will come back to you. However, looking for a silver lining, it means feeling good and happy and grateful, not just for the things that you have, but for everything actually that is happening in your life. This is how I extend my understanding of gratitude and my awareness of gratitude. Different things happen in our lives. And there are two different types of consciousness or way of living that you can embrace. One is that life is happening to me, so it's more of a victim mentality. Poor me, something happened to me. I am just, he did that to me, or they just said this about me, and all this kind of drama. And and then you can just look at it differently. That everything that it's happening for me, to help me to grow, to help me to search more within my heart, within my soul. What's that? What sort of goodness that brings to my life, and how can I be more grateful for what's happening? Because the minute you are feeling unfairly treated, the minute that you feel disappointed, the minute that you feel envious, the minute you feel angry, the minute you look at things and understand that you don't have them, these are the moments that you are actually not being grateful. So obviously we all end up in situations when we might feel slightly disappointed, we might feel sometimes unfairly treated, and how we can change that and shift that awareness, shift that attitude towards being grateful for that you are always at the right place at the right time, that everything is working out for me. So how is it working out for me if it's not the way that I want this to be? And sometimes this is where the kind of awareness and living in a sense of complete trust and knowing that actually the universe the God, whatever you believe in, is on your side, that has your back, and trust in that. And then be grateful that no matter what is happening, you might not see how it's benefiting you at this particular moment. You might not feel how, you might not see that silver lining, but it's always there. It's like the sun that is just hidden behind the clouds, and the clouds are heavy and dark, and it could be raining even. But the sun is there. And the minute you rise above the clouds, you will see it. The same like you fly a plane. On the ground, when you take off, it could be really miserable weather, but the minute the plane gets to a certain altitude, rise up, there's a beautiful sunshine, clouds, if it's a daytime, of course. So I think gratitude, it's more than being appreciative and thankful for what we've got. It's really embracing everything from the basis of gratitude, that this is something beneficial for me. And when I work with lots of people, I'm surrounded by different entrepreneurs, by people who are still employed, who are looking for being entrepreneurs. And a lot of those people, sometimes they have this mentality of moaning, or when you ask some people, do you love your job, they say, oh, I hate my job, but it pays the bills. So obviously this is the sort of like a mentality that it's not really expressing gratitude. You might be in a job, for example, that might not be your perfect job. It's not be your dream job. But if you'd like to apply gratitude into the situation, you can think of, okay, actually, I'm grateful I have a job. I'm grateful I'm receiving the money every month or every week that covers my living costs, that covers my lifestyle, that puts food on the table. So I'm really grateful for the job I have. And I believe that, when the time is right, I'll find another job, because the more grateful you are for the job you have, the quicker you will get the job you love. And that's what I've learned. And that's when I work with people and they practice that, they realize that switching the mindset and not being part of this crowd that is just moaning, complaining. And, the environment we are in has a huge impact on us, because our nature is to be part of something. So we would like to fit in. So if we are surrounded by people who are moaning and complaining, almost naturally we just jump on the same wagon and say, well, oh yeah, this is bad. This is, oh, wow. Let's complain about the government. Let's complain about the taxes. Let's complain about this and that. And then you end up wasting your energy and moving away from that feeling, that peaceful feeling that gratitude gives you. This acceptance that comes, like I said, from knowing everything is always working out for me. So I look at gratitude, like Success Minded says, from the point of abundance, but also from the mindset, the abundant mindset, but also total appreciation for everything and everybody in my life, because they all come as a gift. They all come as a teacher. They all come as a mentor. They all come as a guide to teach us something we need to learn to move on in our journey in life, to become more, to fulfill our potential, to be who we are meant to be. The interesting thing is, sometimes when we think about stuff that we don't have, and we try to focus, yes, I'm grateful for what I have, but we are strongly aware of things that we don't have, those shiny objects, like mindfulness. Sorry, I'm just not forgetting your name. Success minded. I'm sorry. Success minded was saying, sometimes our energy flows in the direction of things that we are noticing that we are not having. And as much as we sometimes might want to feel the gratitude, it's actually the feeling of not having things that maybe deep down we still would like to have, can block the energy of abundance into our lives. So I would say, let's be mindful about those things. It's all about being aware in each moment how you feel. And is that the feeling that supports the feeling of appreciation or gratitude? Or is it the emotion that maybe is not? And then stop yourself and, like Indra was saying, just reflect on things. How can I be more grateful in this moment? How can I find more silver lining? And if I cannot, maybe I just need to focus on things that they are really looking, going well in my life, so I'm not within this sort of like an energy that is taking me away from peace. But how can I feel better in the moment? How can I feel good? I mean, for me, you were talking a lot about stories. I mean, I grew up in Poland. It was times of communism, and I can't say that it was all bad or miserable, like sometimes people would like to paint the picture, like full drama. No, people were happy. People had a lot of things. Some people had more, some people had less. Um, and I remember when I was going for summer holidays to my auntie, who was having a big farm. Uh, they were always blessing the bread, making a sign of cross before they cut the bread, and a lot of little different things, like Indra was saying, appreciating the food that you've got, blessing the food that you have, and every little thing. So I grew up also in that kind of culture of being appreciative and thankful. The big transformation took place when I nearly died when I was 23, and I ended up in the hospital partly paralyzed with loss of speech, and I had to question things that I was doing and how did I end up there. And I decided not to feel a victim of that experience, but to look for, okay, how can I make some changes? How can I live differently? How this experience is actually benefiting me? And maybe that was the sign from the universe. I'm not really following the the best path, or it was the best path for me to learn things that I've learned, and now I can share things that I've learned to get my health back, and improve my health and well-being, and work within the health, well-being, and personal development industry for the last 30 years. So, so yes. One more thing that just comes to my mind as well is that um, gratitude is really not something you practice once a day, once a week. It's a way of life for me. It's the awareness. It's something that is inside of you, regardless what happens. It's just part of you. And I believe everyone has that. That's the power we've got. All we need to do is to connect it with this power through different tools, methods, whether it's in meditation, whether it's journaling, whether it's just reflecting on things, and maybe sometimes being curious about our emotions. No one is richly when we grow up, no one teaches us how to talk about emotions, about how we feel. This is usually the topic that has been brushed off, or just covered just a little bit. But I feel that right now, the awareness, the importance of being able to express our emotions, to express how we feel, comes to the surface so rapidly and dramatically. And especially when we talk about mental health, when we talk about people feeling better, being healthier, having more energy, the benefits of gratitude are endless, because gratitude is the emotion that has one of the highest vibrations, from the energetical point of view. Some of you may already know or believe in it, that we are vibrational beings, not just emotional beings, because every emotion um, um, has a vibration, unique vibration. And being aware of our emotions help us to understand Are we moving in the direction downwards with our emotions, in our vibration, to lower our energy? Or are we moving with our emotions upwards to have higher vibration, higher energy? Because the higher energy is the healing energy. This is the thriving energy. This is the energy of power. And I'm talking about power and not power struggle, but the power as you being in your own power, you being the liquid love, you being the person that lifts up yourself and everybody else, everyone around you. The power that helps to makes a difference in the in the community, for the humanity. So and it's just very helpful and healthy. But health is the most important thing. If we are not healthy, then there is not much for us to do, basically. And if you are not well, you cannot do well. If you are tired, you cannot be at your peak state. So looking after yourself, being in this space, in the feeling, in this state of gratitude and appreciation is just to basically be your best. And if you are at your best, you can give the best out to everybody. So these are just a few things that came into my mind. I hope it's just of some value to people. And I'm really glad that I actually saw your post because funny enough, literally yesterday I was just talking about gratitude with some friends in the aspects of leadership, I was just aligned with this energy. So thank you, Indra, for running this space, and thank you for everyone listening.
Thanks so much, Isabella. And you don't have to just drop a monologue and leave. You can hang around. It's okay. It's a conversation. So thank you so much for sharing that. I think you mentioned a lot of valuable things. One thing that I did want to build on is, a lot of people who have things that happen, particularly with health. I think that's a moment that is difficult to sometimes be in a mindset of gratitude, and I think that's when we almost need the gratitude more so. And when you mentioned about earlier in life when you had that great health concern, it made me reflect on. I think it was a couple of years ago where I was riding my bike and going pretty fast, and I realized I could fly, not for very long. But anyway, so I actually broke my clavicle. And I remember going through this, and I'd never broken anything in my life. And so as I was healing, and it was very painful. But as I was healing, I just kept focusing on, and this sounds really weird, but it was after many discussions with my mother, because she was saying, this could have been, again, she was looking at the silver lining. This could have been so much worse than what has happened. Just focus on that. And so I started virtually doing these mantras to myself. I'm so grateful for my healing. And I would just do that all the time, just, as I was just doing something trivial during my day. And I think that's when I really connected the dots about how powerful that mindset is. Because before I knew it, the 5 weeks had flown past. And, when I went to the doctor and he showed the progress, and he was saying, wow, you're a quick healer. Luckily, you're young, you're strong, you're healthy. But wow, this is really great. You are more than on track with your healing process. And I was thinking, I think my mum's right. Like, just by, even though, and the physiotherapy, doing the physical therapy and everything, I would just keep, even though it was painful, I would kind of chant to myself all the way through it as I was doing all the different exercises all through the day, the most painful times of the day. And it just somehow gave me peace. And it also, I feel, it gave me the optimistic view that I am healing as I am doing the exercise. As I was resting with ice, it was, I was healing, and I was grateful for that experience because I had never ever broken anything also. So it gave me a new set of eyes for other people that, have, that they break a bone or they break something. So in actual fact, I was grateful for the experience, although not necessarily do I want to have that happen again, but I was grateful that I was able to appreciate that process of healing, how miraculous the body is, in fact, after going through that process. And then when I see other people that have broken something, I really have a new perspective on life. Success Minded, over to you.
Isabella, thank you for sharing. And I mean, you said it was so flawless. Like, it was so good. Thank you for adding so much value to the conversation. I possibly couldn't have done it myself. One thing I wanted to add on regarding what you said is gratitude is actually, as you said, a lifestyle. It is how life is meant to be lived. No, I mean, I see a lot of people after reading the self-help book, where gratitude is emphasized, like The Secret, or something like Think and Grow Rich, or any self-help book which focuses on gratitude. They think gratitude is like, most people do these diets, right? Diets are temporary, and they think gratitude is something like a diet. You just do and you forget about it, and it just naturally happens. Like, it automatically, your whole perspective changes. But no, it's a lifestyle. It's a constant practice. You have to keep doing it, you know. It's like brushing your teeth at night. Like, as children, it is a habit that has to be taught to us. But even as adults, it is not something that automatically happens. You still have to, at times, even as adults, having created that habit, you still have to force yourself sometimes to brush your teeth at night. So gratitude is just like that. Like, negativity is very natural to the human mind, to complain, to embrace a victim mindset. But it is in those moments that we have to shift our perspective to a one of gratitude. You have to force gratitude many times in your life. In dark moments of your life, like you share your story, Isabella, and Indra too. Like, in those moments, the natural reaction every time is to complain, to uh, react with defective mindset, to be angry, to be frustrated. But it is in those times that we have to force gratitude out of ourselves, out of our hearts. And it, it's only then that the real healing in our life, the growth in our life, can happen. That's what I wanted to add. I would like to hear from any more speakers if we have.
Yeah,
I think
everybody, you're so
Indra.
welcome, everybody, to come up. And there is also a lot of comments, success minded, in the chat at the moment. Thank you, everybody, for putting so much into the chat, and definitely success minded. And I will definitely circle back and go through all the beautiful things that are written there. So we truly thank you. Isabella, did you want to make a comment?
Yes, yes. So thank you, Success Minded, for your kind words. Something you said, and I think that maybe it's worth um, planting a seed in people's minds in regards to negative experiences or negative thoughts. Um, I think that once we learn to see the value of them, then it's so much easier to bring the feeling of gratitude into place. And it doesn't have to be necessarily forced. Like I said, it's just part of the reflective reflection on things. And why I'm just looking at this, because the minute something happens that we don't like, for example, in that instant, we create a massive desire and we send a huge amount of energy out into the universe, and we gain the clarity about what we want to have. So, for example, if someone doesn't treat us well, straight away we have a desire to be treated well, and to also to treat ourselves, others well. So out of every experience, there is a powerful positive result coming out. So that's why every emotion, it's important, because it's a guide, but it also helps us to clarify what we want, how we would like our life to live, how we would like to be treated. And it's almost, this is like setting up goals. This is a goal we send out to the universe. I want to be treated well if I'm not. I want to feel good if I'm not feeling good. I want to meet with kind people if I'm meeting with maybe people not so kind. And the minute we shift that energy and turn it into gratitude, those desires, those goals, open up the door for us to experience all those good things that we want to have, and almost we allow that to happen. So I think that there is a place and importance of occasional negative thoughts or experiences, because they are the signs which directions we are following with our emotions. So it's like a wake-up call, and also clarifying our desire, what we want and how we want to live, who we would like to be, who we would like to become. And same like there is always dark as much as it's light. There is a day and there is a night. Those things, they go together in life, and we need to find the equilibrium within those feelings. So I think I found it very important, and it's not easy for people to accept a lot of the times, because we have this understanding that um, eh, consciously no one wants to bring something bad to ourselves, but there is goodness in everything, and if we believe in that, there is a goodness in negativity too, same like there's a goodness in beauty in the night. So yes, that's all I wanted to add. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Isabella. I really love that also you were chiming in and talking about a lot of the energy pieces. And I think this is one aspect that we can easily overlook. Have we ever figured out, like, have we really noticed about ourselves when we are being grateful that we suddenly have a lot more energy? Now, as far as vibration goes, I think we've all noticed this. When we're feeling joy, when we're feeling happiness, all these things around gratitude, our vibration is higher, our frequency is higher. And so we have so much more energy to execute anything that we need to do throughout our day. It's like a bonus. If we can have more gratitude, then we can have more energy. And it's sort of like a motivation to almost shift ourselves from being in a lower vibrational state at that moment. Think about it. Why should I stay in a lower vibrational state when I could be feeling good, when I could be feeling joy, when I'm missing out on life for these moments if I sit in a lower vibrational state? So there is so many things that we can propel ourselves towards if we are in a state of gratitude, if we are feeling positive, feeling joy. Our whole vibe is just infectious. So, it's like you can walk into the room and send off that vibe to everybody. You can lift everybody up. A friend can call you who's not feeling good, and they immediately feel your vibration. It is something that gratitude can build on. Gratitude as a base of, I'm so thankful. These simple words that we can say and recite just even in our heads, in our minds. And that can lift the energy of our body for how thankful we are. Even if it's being thankful for a meal, it's something that you do, and it's just quietly to yourself that you're so thankful to have this, that you're absorbing, and go deeper. I'm absorbing all the nutrients in this meal. All of this is coming into my being, and then I'm going to be full of even more energy, more vitality, more vibrance. So all of those things just build, but it's all about you and your energy. And that's really what gratitude to me, it's about the feelings that we feel, and then also that we pick up from others. We can feel the gratitude in others, and that's a really powerful thing. Uh, I could feel the gratitude when Isabella was talking. I could feel the gratitude when Success Minded was talking. And there were moments when Success Minded was sharing about a story about specifically, I can pinpoint the time of when he was talking about his relatives in the village that had so much less. And it was almost as if I could feel your gratitude raise at that moment from you experiencing that visit. So it's almost as if it's about the feelings that we have internally, and we have so much. And I almost say, like, it's like a power that we have over ourselves in any moment of our emotions, because we are such emotional and spiritual beings. I think we almost underestimate how amazing it is to be able to tap into our energy and to connect with others of energy. So I'm just going to leave that there, and I want to welcome. Actually, Success Minded. Sorry, I'll give you an opportunity to respond to some of that before we go to our next speaker.
I mean, the thing you mentioned about energy, I mean, it is so true. Just think about it. If you are grateful, and if you just utter the words of gratefulness, thank you to someone who's to someone to anyone actually, just say thank you for doing this. Say thank you for the janitor. So for the work he's doing. Say thank you for the, I don't know, policeman, and it it shifts their whole perspective for the day, and it makes them more positive. It raises their vibration, and it makes them more positive. Then they go out and they spread the positivity. If you acknowledge someone for what they're doing, just say thank you. It makes them happy. It makes them positive. It makes them do more of what they're doing, and also they go out and say thank you to someone else. They spread the positivity to someone else. So gratefulness begins within you, right? The positivity begins within you, and then once you get it out, once you just say the words, it spreads all around you. It's it's a very beautiful thing. I mean, if you can just take one actionable step from this conversation, is just to say thank you to everyone around you. Initially, you may be an introvert like me and may not express it. Like, you may not go out and say it. Just be grateful in your heart, and eventually you be filled with so much gratefulness you cannot keep it in. You'll One day you'll just say it out. At that moment, you have spread the positivity, that the gratefulness that is within you, and you'll spread it out, and the people that you spread out, they'll spread it to more people. And there's a lot of beauty in that. Moving over to Chima.
Okay, thank you very much for having me here. It's really a pleasure to join on the discussion. My name is Chima Precious, and I would like to add my opinion or my ideas on this topic, which is gratitude is life changing. Firstly, we have to understand the concept of gratitude. I would say gratitude is the feeling of being grateful for what one has. Like the feeling of being very grateful for the things you have, the feeling of goodwill for the things you have, understanding that there are some people around you that doesn't have these things. Okay, so like when we were kids, we were always taught to be like anytime someone gives us something, or anytime an adult gives us something, we should always thank the person giving us that particular thing, anything at all, being a gift or whatever. The first thing my dad would always tell me, or my mom would always tell me, is say thank you. Okay, so that's the very first thing we were taught when we were still kids. So like when we started growing up, like when we got grown up, we now understand the aspect of whenever you're giving something, you should be thankful for that. Okay, but now people don't really understand, or they feel like gratitude is just all about someone gives you something, you thank the person, and that's all. No, 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 no. Gratitude encompasses this. Gratitude is not only about having good manners, it encompasses this. Now, gratitude is like an emotion, a positive emotion. Okay. Now, you understand that, like, things now are going really well for you. You have a house, you got a job, you have cars, you're like, you're fulfilled. You've got everything you ever wanted. Now, you understand that there are some people around you that doesn't have these things. There are some people around you that are fighting really hard to get these stuffs you have. Okay, so that's now where some people, that's the mistake a lot of people have. They feel like gratitude is all about, okay, my boss gave me a promotion, I got a promotion at my workplace. Okay, I'm supposed to like go thank my boss. No, 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 no. It's not all about. It's not just about that. Okay, there are some ways you show gratitude. Okay, there's some ways you show gratitude. I for example now, whenever I wake up each morning, I understand that it's not really by my power that I'm awake. That there's a higher power, that there's a higher force that has made it possible for me to see a new day. I'm very thankful for that. Okay, I'm very, very thankful for that. Each day I wake up, I realize that I'm always grateful to God for giving me a chance to see a new day. All right. So like now, what I'm trying to say is that when you realize you have all these things that some people don't have, you look around, you see some people struggling to like make ends meet. You see some people struggling, striving so hard to like achieve most of these things. Now, your own way of showing that you're really grateful for these things you have, you look around, you try to help people around you. You try as much as possible. You could see someone that is in need of help. You help. That's the way of showing this gratitude. It's more than just having good manners. All right. Now, I'm a kind of person, like normally, naturally, I have I have empathy. So like whenever I see someone,
Chimer?
um, hello,
Chimer.
yeah, I can hear you. I
Hi.
can hear you.
Oh yeah, thanks. Hey, I just wanted to be mindful that we have to. We actually have a schedule to finish the space, so we need to start to wrap things up. Could you just do a quick summary on what your main point is? Thank you
Okay,
so
okay.
much. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Appreciate it.
I'll be quick on this. Okay, like let me just summarize the whole thing. So like what I'm saying is that like the other speaker once said, she said something that like there are some people that when you ask them, do you like your job? They'll be like, no, 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 I don't like my job and all that. But you fail to realize that there are some people that don't even have jobs. There are some people that can't afford to pay the bills. So like you should be grateful for the things you have. And I also one thing I like to point out there is that this feeling of gratitude, it makes us become better individuals. It makes us to be more kind, do a lot of things. So like for me, gratitude is a very nice thing, and I would like to say that people should like inculcate this habit of being grateful for whatever they have. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Timer. A lot of amazing things that you just shared with us. I want to go to our last speaker for today, which is Bunsen and Beaker. And I know there's a lot of other speakers that are requesting, but please come back next week and join us. And we'll definitely, I've already noted a couple of people here who won't have the opportunity to speak because we're towards the end of the space. But Jason from Bunsen and Beaker, they are actually partners with the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Love to hear your thoughts on gratitude.
Yeah, thanks, Indra. It's these morning spaces are awesome because I can listen to them if, which is great on my drive to work. I'll be quick. This discussion was great. It kind of made me reflect on everything in my life and what I should be grateful for. Right. My point is that it's the little things that sometimes that pass us by when we're too busy. It's the little things that are all around us that if you just take a second to soak it in, um, I mean, it can change your whole mood. So one of the things that I do with Bunsen and Beaker, the dogs that are the famous ones, not me, is just I take them for a walk every day, and that is something I'm so grateful for. Seeing the joy in these two creatures as they scamper about, and then when you're outside in nature, just taking a second to look around and just marvel at the planet that we live on. It's hard not to be grateful for that. And it doesn't matter what kind of day you've had. That second, if you can put it away and just be grateful for the time, um, taking time in nature, and if you do have animals, just really watching them, boy, it changes your perspective on life. Thanks, Indra.
Wow, that was so succinct but so powerful, Jason. Thank you so much. And for anybody that just ever, goes for walks in nature and outside, I know that you know exactly what Jason's talking about. And you have so many beautiful photos. And actually, that's okay. This is a hint, everybody. Sometimes when I'm having a really busy day and I just think, oh my gosh, what else can I be doing? I need a break, but I don't have 10 minutes to have an official break. I actually go to Bunsen and Beaker's account and then I post something into the community. You've probably seen me, for a lot of you that are part of the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. You've seen me post something about the dogs, and they also have a great cat called Ginger. She's a little sassy but cute. Uh, but it is like an escapism for me because I'm looking at the dogs, I'm looking at their faces in nature, and I can get lost in that. So that is another great thing. So that reminded me, Jason, of some of the great things that you provide. Your account is a breath of fresh air, and it's an escape from reality. And another reason to be grateful for any pet lovers out there. So thank you so much for the simplicity of what you shared in the joy of nature, in appreciating and seeing the look on Bunsen and Beaker's faces. Well, anybody that's looked at this account has seen the joy in their faces, and you just can't help appreciating that. So awesome. Thank you so much. And on that note, if any of you are pet lovers, Saturday night, Bunsen and Beaker have a great Pet Chat, and I'll definitely be attending that. And it's actually shared up in the nest and in the chat. Success Minded, what are your thoughts as we're starting to come to the end of this space?
I would thank Bunsen and Beaker for keeping it short. Actually, keep maintaining the keeping up with the theme of closing it. Yeah, and as a closing thought, uh, I would like to thank everybody. Be grateful for everybody for coming here, and uh, be grateful for to be hosting this again this Thursday. That we're still in good health that you can come. I'm still in good health that I can come and host this with Indra. And yeah, thank you for coming. It was great for everybody that came up here. Chima, Isabella, Bunsen and Beaker. Of course, thank you for Indra to give me the opportunity to keep coming up with the idea for this space. So thank you everybody who came here, who listened, who stayed for this long, and yeah, I would see you next week.
Well said. Well said. It has been a absolutely incredible space, and I cannot believe how our time just flies in this space. Thursday morning, this new time of 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow, I really just want to mention a special thank you to everybody that has been so active in the chat. Oh my goodness. So many beautiful posts, visually and with words. Really appreciate you. And thank you to all the speakers that have come up today. So many beautiful and valuable shares that enrich all of us in this community. Thank you to Chima, Isabella, Bunsen and Beaker, especially for sharing so much, you guys. Thank you so much. Really valuable things in this Positivity Vibe Tribe space. And really importantly, thank you to the listeners. Look, you guys bring the energy, the vibration to this space. So I cannot tell you how much that Success Minded and myself appreciate you guys for coming to the space. And also thank you for understanding that we need to close this space today. We try to keep it tight to around an hour and a half because of both of our schedules are very busy at this time. Success Minded has a lot on his plate, and I have to go and get into movie development land. As you can imagine, it will be time for me to start getting ready for my day. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for joining this space, for being on the path that we are on. We are constantly learning, Success Minded and myself, and we love it when you share your thoughts with us and join our conversations. So we will be back. The Positivity Vibe Tribe will be back on Monday night. And Monday night, join us for our new show, which is Music Vibes in the Tribe. So that is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you can make it, we would love you to join. We are really gaining some momentum with our musical acts. So far, our very first show, we had a concert pianist that joined us, and her daughter sang beautiful vocals. Then last week we had another amazing guest, and look, we were going back historically with music, we were coming to the present, and he even covered off some jazz. So there was so much variety. And this week we are going very, very modern with a bit of R&B and a little bit of rap thrown in there. So who knows what kind of vibe you're going to get in the music vibe space, and that's on Monday night. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. And before that, I'm going to be dropping in to Pet Chat with Bunsen and Beaker on Saturday night for some fun vibes, of course. So thank you, everybody, for the most amazing space again. And I am sending you all love, light, and blessings.